Ain't no softballs here. Tri-City Sports Now. I'm Marky Billson, 1420 WEMB Sports Radio. If you just tuned in and you missed Kellie Harper, don't fret. Just like us on Facebook, 1420 WEMB Sports Radio. You'll be able to hear my interview. I gotta slug it. I'm a little bit behind in slugging. I admit that, okay? But we'll have more of that. We'll save that interview. I love it when they say, great question. I love that. Yes, anyway. There's the egotistical maniac, Marky Billson here. Somebody on Twitter wrote to me, look, your tweet doesn't have any likes. I said, one does not like Marky Billson. One envies him. And I believe that, okay. Hey, see, I'm going to tell you here, okay, you got problems and all that. It's summer vacation. So, hey, you get a little bit of problems with bullies, you know, if you're still in school and all that. I'm gonna give you the comebacks here, all right? I'm going to give you the comebacks. It'll have them wilt away. You got to stand up to the bullies, okay? You got to do that. So, yes, I hope that I'm relating to the younger audience right there. But that's when, you know, you just write this down and you'll be able to, you know, that's what I used to do. I had, you know, people, you know, John, of course, East Tennessee, I mean, that's not the home of the dozens. I mean, let's face that fact right now. But, yeah, you know, you got people, I mean, you know, school and all that, there's always going to be somebody who wants to stick it to you, especially if you're a guy. You know, there's always going to be someone right there. So I used to listen to Pete Franklin. I mean, I'm just going to write down these insults that he's got. Some people, you know, might go to Dice Clay. No, I was going to WWWE, now WTAM, in Cleveland and all that. And you wonder, why does he always talk about the Indians? Well, now you know. Okay. Let's discuss, but I thought that Harper, right there in the analysis, did quite well in her interview. I appreciated her asking or answering the tough questions. I think she did sidestep, you know, and I asked, does Tennessee have everything it needs to be a national contender again? And I'm not sure that they do. I mean, I mentioned those contracts, and it's just, you know, you get what you pay for. You know, and let's face it, if you underpay your employees, you're probably not going to get the effort that you will, or the productivity, if they are paid alongside their peers. And I used to mention this about Holly Warlick, and I used to say I thought she did have an 0-2 count against her. And because she wasn't making what her peers were. And in that, I thought Tennessee did take advantage of her. And I also thought that Tennessee, you know, was not as committed as their peers to winning in women's college basketball. I mean, look at the women's record. She earned a 7-figure salary, if that's what women's basketball coaches are to be paid. If you're old school, you're not going to win the argument, but if you have the belief that, you know, the worst thing that ever happened to college athletics was when Jackie Sherrill made $250,000 a year to become Texas A&M's highest paid employee, because that didn't happen with coaches before Jackie Sherrill did that in 1982, then, yeah, you're probably not going to, you know, agree that a coach should make that much money. On the other hand, I've never been one of these people that I, you know, hear people say, you know, it's just ridiculous that a professional athlete would make more than a surgeon. Well, that's the way capitalism works here, okay? I mean, you know, and also, I'm not sure it is, due to the fact, can you imagine if you did pay surgeons? This may go against what I said, is you get what you pay for and all this. I do understand that. And this is the whole healthcare debate, is it not, that we go through? But consider that. Let's just say that we paid surgeons universally over there at the Johnson City Medical Center. I mean, head of that hospital was making more than Bryce Harper. Let's just say that. How much would a visit to the emergency room cost then? You think it's high now. You need your gallbladder removed. Okay, you know, how much is this going to cost? No, I'll just do it without the anesthesia. Can't afford that. I mean, you're almost to that thing, you know. You've broken your leg here. Okay, no, I got a bottle of Jack and a sack saw, and we're going to have to do this old school, because I really can't afford for you to set this, you know. Anyway, I mean, you almost would be in that boat, wouldn't you? So I've never been that big belief that, you know, as the idea hard work will get you big money, to a certain extent. A lot of coal miners who might disagree. Something about that. Anyway, that's what is going on. But I really did think that Kellie Harper did a great job. Disappointing she hasn't talked to Holly Warlick yet. Disappointing. Kind of like that she stood up for the 98 Lady Vols. I like that, yeah. Absolutely. You don't think Larry Zonka would stick up for the 72 Dolphins? You don't think Jerry Kramer would stick up for the Packers that won 5 NFL titles in the 60s? You're not, like, they won 5 titles. Give me a minute. 5, I believe it was. 61, 62, Bears won it in 63, Browns in 64, then 65, 66, 67. Colts won it in 68, Vikings in 69. If you're wondering, it was the Eagles who beat the Packers, by the way, in the pre-Super Bowl NFL title game at Franklin Field. And that occurred in 60. That was the last time the Eagles won a league championship since they won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So, you have that. All right. Fly, Eagles, fly. Got my monologue here, and it is about what's going on with the American. I did ask Kellie Harper about, you know, the series with Connecticut. And it may be a bit of living in the past or even wishful thinking to say, considering the last 10 years, you know, equating Tennessee with Connecticut. Historically, yes. Contemporarily, maybe not. Maybe it is more Notre Dame or South Carolina or Mississippi State. But still, I do think, and I did mention this, that with the departure of Connecticut from the American, where they won 100 games in a row, the talent level was not the same. They're going to the Big East. It can only improve there. And the competition can only improve, is what I'm pointing out. And does that mean if the competition improves, one would think that that would also improve the Connecticut Huskies overall? A 32-3 may be better than a 34-1 in the American, where they're going to the Big East. I mean, after all, you know, Lady Vols made the NCAAs last year. They had a 7-9 league record. You tell me. Yeah, 7-9 league record. So, there you go. I want to talk about that. We got the Predators released a schedule. I'm going to do a media watch today. Hockey Hall of Fame was announced. I want to get to that. Of course, the Braves, the Otters, the Appalachian League. We'll get to all those things here. Donald Trump is tweeting out about the U.S. WNT. Absolutely. Yes, they're doing that. What else do we have? The Olympics. I'm going to get this out of the way here, because I got 90 seconds to fill up before I go to break, and then I'm going to come back with my monologue, and then we'll break down what happened in sports yesterday and all that. But I've always liked the Winter Olympics more than the Summer Olympics. And I think one of the reasons why is what I heard they're considering to have as an Olympic sport 2024. I'm not breaking anything here. You probably heard it. Breakdancing. Really? Breakdance. By the way, you know, he's from Pittsburgh, right? From here, I'm from Pittsburgh. I live 16 different places. I don't know. I'm from my mother's womb, okay? That's where I'm from. Now, Pittsburgh historically has a lot of movies that are filmed there. The worst ever movie that was ever filmed there in terms of critical ranking on the internet was Breakin'. Breakdancing in 2024 as an Olympic sport? What is this, 1984? I wonder about myself staying contemporary. I think it's safe to say the Summer Olympics are not. Breakdancing? Really? My goodness. Tri-City Sports Now.
Rule breaker.